Good evening, everyone. This is Dave with MPS Radio. Hope everyone was enjoying the show Sunday. We had Frank Heiberger as a guest, and as you heard, he had Willow Creek Farm to speak about. Hopefully we might have picked up a few new people that want to show up for that. My wife and I are both going to be at the Willow Creek. Yeah, Creek. Yeah, I'm going Creek. Willow Creek. We're going to be there Friday and Saturday. Boy, we had a busy week. I thought the whole month, but we ended up canceling out. Just so anybody that's been listening knows, Len Dorman is not going to be doing his Camp Douglas outdoor events this weekend. He will be doing them again. The rescheduled date will be, was it April 4th, right? Or May 4th? First Saturday of May. Let me check the calendar and I will tell you. Let's see. May. Yes, Saturday, May 4th. After 10 p.m. After 10 a.m. We're gonna be doing. Just say Len Dorman's gonna be doing reenactments of the Civil War. They're trying to raise money to rebuild a duplicate of the original fort that was there before. There's going to be a gentleman there with a table that's going to be selling pins, I guess, and they're $5 each, and we would appreciate it if anybody can help out, buy a pin for every $5. That's going to help go towards building the fort. That would be awesome. I know Ursula Belinsky is going to be there to speak, and I believe she'll have books to be sold. She did come out. I believe she has a new one out, and I believe she's working on another new one. You could also talk to her about her haunted Chicago bus tours. She's got great tours. I've been on a few of them, and I'll tell you, they're really informative. Ursula does a great job. Midnight Paranormal Society actually rented one of her tour buses, and she was our guide, and it was fantastic. She took us to some places that I've never been. If you are in the Chicago area or going to be in the Chicagoland area and you're into the paranormal and you like the trips like that, definitely look up Ursula Belinsky Haunted Chicago's. Her bus tours are to die for, dude. I'm telling you, they're awesome. She takes you some really great places. St. Valentine Massacre, the Hall House, Congress? Was it Congress Theater? No, Iroquois. Yeah. Iroquois Theater, and it was a Congress Hotel, wasn't it? Yeah. Congress Hotel. You could go up and investigate the 12th floor. That was actually the floor that the movie was based. 1409, wasn't it? The movie, I believe. Yeah. 1409. I believe Steven Spielberg did that haunting movie of the writer that actually fought his way into spending the evening in this room, which was to be most haunted of all hotel rooms. It was a great movie, actually. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you're in the city and you want a good tour, go look up Ursula Belinsky. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her. She's a friend on the Midnight Paranormal page. That's Midnight Paranormal Society. Again, we're trying to work out another MPS bus tour, and on that same day, I'm not sure of the date yet. It might even turn out to be in June. One of the Midnight Paranormal Society's top investigators, Frank DiMattino, wants to be he would like to put on a daytime, afternoon type of schooling. He'd like to be able to teach those that don't have the experience of an investigator and he'd like to show you and educate you on what we do. He'd like to walk you through how to use the equipment. He'd like to walk you through things that we do and we don't do. Things to look for, warm spots, cold spots, hot spots, noises. There's so many different things to do with the paranormal field. So if you're interested in something like that, join the Midnight Paranormal Society page on Facebook and keep us updated that you're there, and I will keep that page updated on the next Midnight Paranormal Bus Tour, which hopefully will be hosted by, again, Ursula Walensky. I couldn't have asked for a better host. We missed having Frank and Jeanette on the show Sunday night. Unfortunately, Frank had other things he had to do, which was cool. He was truly missed. I'm glad that Ken was allowed to actually get in and sit down with us. What was the... Kathy. What was the two were there? The new kid. Anthony, and what's his dad's name? I'm sorry, sir, but Anthony and his father, I'm sorry. I am so horrible with names, and I hope that everybody out there will forgive me, even Anthony and his father. But we had Anthony and his father sit in with us. Nick and Paul showed up. They showed up and sat in for a while. It was a great show. I mean, we had a good time. We talked a lot about the Willow Creek Farm and other things that Frank Heiberger was working on. He's a great guest, and I appreciate he was there. But now our vacation's over. Now it's time we go back to work. We haven't done nothing in quite a while besides the bus trip, but now it's getting serious. Now it's time we head out to Danville, Illinois. We have a private investigation next Saturday. I'm hoping we can clean up whatever there is over there. Hopefully there's something there that we can find. If it has to be a two-parter, it'll be a two-parter, but let us get out there and find out what's going on. That'll be next Friday night. We will be doing a road trip to Danville, Illinois. And then Rossville, isn't it? Yeah, Rossville, Illinois, the following week. I'm hoping this was set up correctly, and I hope we're going to be able to get to do this, because it will be an opera house right in the center of downtown Rossville. I guess it's like 100 miles out of Chicago. I'm hoping this is going to be a good investigation, because the last time I did a theater with this gentleman, Brandon, we had a good time. We were at the Art Theater, and we were in Indiana, and we got some good evidence. That's where I actually caught the apparition standing in the doorway. It's a great photo I took, one of the better ones that I have. So yeah, it should be a good time. Opera House, Rossville, Illinois. Chester, go on in. I have to yell at my doggy. Good boy. Yeah, so we're hoping that it'll be a pretty active place, and should be good times. I'm not sure if that's open to the public. If you're interested, just get a hold of us on the Midnight Paranormal page, and I am not making no guarantees, but I will check to see if anyone else could meet us out there. If that's the case and it's an open investigation, I will put an address and a location to the theater on the Facebook page, Midnight Paranormal Society. But as of right now, as far as I know, it's Brennan Rush and the Midnight Paranormal Society. That's all the info I have right now. I don't even have... See, when I do investigations, I don't ask for background because I really don't want to know a lot about locations that I go to. I want to be able to show up the location and A, see if when I first get there, before I even get out of the vehicle, did I feel anything? B, when I walk up to the front door before I enter, I feel anything? And C, when I walk into the building, I want to know where I'm feeling it and which direction I'm going to go in first. I don't like the tours of any buildings or any locations that I go to. I just want to feel them out myself. Most of the time, a lot of times I'm right, some of the times I'm wrong, but you know what, it's gut instinct, and it's the feeling, and it's the knowledge of knowing where the paranormal is. And hopefully this will be a really good one. There's another one I'd love to get a hold of, Willie Atkins. He does the tours at the give me a second, the Egyptian Theater in DeKalb, Illinois. If you go to Willie Atkins' page on Facebook, actually you can go to spookentertainment.com, and all his scheduled dates for those tours are available. I believe they're anywhere from $35 to $65 a person. I don't know exact price. That's why I'm giving you that center range. Spook Show Entertainment, Willie Atkins, Egyptian Theater, I believe in DeKalb, Illinois. Those are some great investigations. I know I've had a couple. There's a couple of our members of the Midnight Paranormal Society that's actually been on those tours, and they've actually picked up some good evidence. It'll be a good time. So if you're looking for things to do in Illinois, those are things you could do. And even if you don't live in Illinois, if you're in the outer boundaries of Illinois and you feel like traveling, these are also things you can look into for the summer. You could sign up and drive in. There's hotels right in the area. I'm sure you'd have a great time. So I know Memorial Weekend we're going to be heading out to Clinton, Illinois. We're going to be doing an all-weekend investigation there. We're going to head out Friday. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, coming back Monday. We're going to land where it is believed that there were Native Americans that used to travel those lands. Person that lives over at the land that we're going to be at. They have found many different Native American articles, arrowheads, bowls, so on. And we've been there a few times. I've actually set up cams there. I've had the DVR set up where I had it running all evening, and we had one night where it was a complete 100% thorough downpour, and my son was watching the monitors, and he called me in and said, "Dad, take a look at this." And I was looking, and I have to say, I mean, I can't guarantee for sure, but I was almost 80% sure it was a Native American medicine man. He just appeared out of no place. He was wearing like a wolf headset with the beads and the feathers all the way down to his back, and he walked directly into my cam. I mean, directly. I had a cam sitting out, it was a waterproof cam sitting out in the front lawn on a tripod, and it was amazing. And the next morning when I went down to pack up our gear, all of my gear was thrown on the floor. Everything was just trashed. It was all thrown down on a concrete floor. They were thrown probably, I would say, anywhere from 4 to 6 feet from the top to the floor on the concrete. DVR was trashed. I kept the discs, but unfortunately DVR discs, there's no way of recovering the data off it, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But being that said, I'm hoping that in the 4 days we're going to be there, hopefully I'll be able to hook up a new DVR through the Midnight Paranormal, and we'll have it to set up, and we'll have the 4 to 8 cams, whatever we end up picking up, running in the fields and around the house again like I did. And hopefully the weather's going to be really nice, and we will be able to pick something up. And hopefully I'm going to put a cam right back where I had it before. It would be great if this gentleman would show back up. Man, it was just great evidence. Man, that was killer evidence. I couldn't believe I didn't have it. Man. That was a very, very big decision. And then, to top it off, I ended up calling one of the investigators in my group, and I told him that night when I saw it, and I know what I did. I jinxed myself, and I should have never done that. And man, I was pissed off. But you know what? You learn by your mistakes. Next time, I'm going to learn that you're going to put a DVR system on a high table, tie the damn thing down. Don't allow anything. Get a strap with a clip buckle, man. Crank that sucker down and just let it sit. And pray to God they don't know how to unbuckle buckles. Excuse me. Anything else? Anyone out there? Anyone that's listening tonight? I hope somebody is, at least. You could send me questions on Facebook. Message me, David Wismer, on Facebook. David Wismer Chicago at WISMER. I've got a half hour left on my show. You could send me a message via Facebook Messenger, and hopefully I can answer your questions. I'm kind of curious to see our newest member from New Jersey. She's been sick, and I'm hoping that she's doing well, hoping she's getting better. And I'm hearing that I think our newest other member from Idaho, I guess is coming into the city, so I'm going to have to work on maybe getting shirts made up so that we can make sure she gets a shirt. Excuse me. The paranormal. It's a crazy field. I was talking to somebody a while back, and the question came to me, how do we know where all the paranormal come from in this world? And I did not have a complete answer. Someone also asked me, is it possible, if there were other universes and they were able to make their way to our globe, would it be possible for the paranormal from another universe to travel to our globe and continue living on our planet? And to me, my knowledge and to my best thoughts, I would think they could. If there is life beyond our life in some other world, in some other atmosphere, in some other solar system, I couldn't see why the paranormal in another solar system couldn't be the same as ours. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to latch on to an object that might be brought to Earth and find their way here and stay. I don't understand. I couldn't believe that wouldn't be possible. At the same time, could the paranormal that's from our world, if there were beings from another world, and they do come, would the paranormal here be able to attach themselves to them and go back to their world? I would imagine they could. I don't see why they couldn't. I don't know if, I wish I knew the answers to where if, say, there was another galaxy beyond Mars, or there was another galaxy beyond Pluto or Saturn, or if there was one on the other side of the sun. We just don't know. But if there is, and their intelligence gave them the opportunity and the knowledge to build crafts that can make it to our planet, I don't see why there could be attachments to their equipment or to the people or to the beings that travel to our planet. I'm not a huge person on UFOs. I believe there's something out there, but I'm not a huge follower. I don't follow it as much. I don't have the knowledge of it. But I was very, very intrigued by the question, because it makes complete sense. I mean, I don't understand why the paranormal can attach themselves to a mirror or to a book or to an object here on the U.S. or to say on the world, and be able to travel across the world. Say King Tut. They say King Tut's spirit is trapped in his tomb, in his grave, in his mummy. Okay, well that thing has been traveled across the whole world. And every time that it goes into certain places, they say that the bad luck continues. Well, I don't believe it's a curse, but I do believe that it could be paranormal. I believe it could be the spirit of King Tut. I believe he could be causing this. We'd never know. I've never had the opportunity to investigate it. I have seen shows of other investigators that have, and there wasn't a whole lot of evidence, but there was a little bit of evidence of the existence of the King Tut's ghost. And I don't know, I find that fascinating myself. Another question is, how long do ghosts live? Well, they're spirits. We don't, I mean, until a spirit can actually come in and sit down and have a full conversation with a paranormal investigator, you're really never going to know that answer. I know that I've dealt with spirits from 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years back, maybe 100 years back. So it gives you an idea. Who knows? They can come, the paranormal could be here in existence from over 100,000 years. We don't know. Maybe that's why a lot of times we don't get the answers we're looking for, because they don't understand what we're saying. Maybe they're from Egypt. Maybe they're from some other kingdom, from BC era. They didn't speak English. Maybe they spoke some other type of language and they don't know what we're saying. And it's very, it could be very true. How do you, nobody knows. Until, it's crazy. I could have a house that I'm investigating and it could be haunted by something that was alive for 2,000 years. And it might be looking at me saying, what the hell is this guy doing? What is he using? What is he here for? He doesn't have a clue. He doesn't know what's going on. And to top it off, he can't answer me because he cannot speak my language. It's incredible. You never know. Or you got a spirit that's haunting a home that sees the same day every day. I can't pronounce it. I'm terrible at word. Religious or forget it. You know what I'm saying. There are talks of hauntings that the paranormal spirit will see the same day or the same week over and over again. They will wake up. They will die that day and then wake up again the following day. And they will do this continuously every day. And it's incredible. I would love to be able to investigate a place for 2 or 3 straight days and get the same evidence at the exact same time. That would be enormous. That would be huge. That would be a ghost hunting. This would be a paranormal investigator's heaven. To be able to capture an apparition doing its own thing at the time that it does it, say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. That'd be awesome. Can you think about that? That'd be freaking awesome. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, having a cam set up, having your photos, your pictures ready to take, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden you see this woman or this guy or this kid or this dog walk past you like nothing's happening. Maybe walk up to a shelf where the shelf isn't there no longer, but he doesn't know or she doesn't know that, and act like he's putting something on it or taking something off it, or sitting at a table like he's reading or she's reading, and be able to capture this. And capture it and finally say, I've got the proof and the evidence that this does exist. That'd be incredible. I have photos. Yeah, I have photos. Photos of a little girl standing in my backyard. A photo of a black shadow standing next to a stone. Photos of a black shadow standing in a doorway at a theater. Yeah, I've got photos, but photos are just photos. Until you get that one full apparition, walking through a room, or walking down a corridor, or even walking outside into a home, you don't have anything. I have a ton of EVPs. I've even got one calling my name. But until you get the one, the absolute one, video of all videos. Maybe that's why I still do what I do, because I don't have that yet. My quest for the paranormal isn't finished. I have a quest to prove that they do exist, and to want and find out why and how and where. Where do they go when they're not? Say they have an original, say that they are a day-to-day spirit. They do the same thing over and over at a certain time. Where do they go after that? Is there a spiritual playground? Is there a spiritual spot where they all have to stay? We don't know those questions. Those are the answers we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. I have EVPs. I love my EVPs. I've got my recorder here. I sent an email to the company today. I use an Olympus recorder. Right now, I have one of the lower models. I have a VN7000. The VN7000 Olympus voice recorder is a very actual good recorder for the newcomers in the paranormal field. If you can go on eBay, you could find them. They're really reliable. They have little monitors, equalizers on the front, LSD screen, and you can actually see when someone's answering you or talking around you. If you're in an area where there's absolutely 100% no noise, and you ask that certain question, who are you? Can you give me a name? Can you tell me where you are? And then you be quiet and you stare at your monitor. If that monitor starts jumping, you're going to know something's answering you. You can stop it right away and replay it, and then continue on from there. It's really, the Olympuses are great. They have a lot of new models that are out now, and I sound like a commercial, but you know what? You got to use what you got to use, and you want to use good equipment, and Olympus is good equipment. So if you need a voice recorder, go look at Olympus, because they'll definitely be the one to help you out. Again, I went looking for software for it today. They didn't have anything for my recorder, but they gave me a survey, and I told them, I said, you know what, I really enjoy your equipment. They do a good job. Okay, I've got not much time left. That was my thoughts on the week. My wrap up for Sunday. That's about it. I hope to see everybody May 4th downtown at the lake, Camp Douglas. That would be a great time, and the Paranormal Society will be there. I will get info on the investigation for the Opera House on the think 23rd or 24th. I'm Dave Wismer. I'm with MPS Dave on the MPS Dave Radio. Good night.